Years ago, I taught a poet some jazz and literature, and he did quite well as a poet thereafter, though primarily not because of me. I'm thinking about my former student, Brian. Everyone knew Brian by his first and last names, but I'm leaving last names off of this series of remembrances about my students. Brian was a student of Joe Wenderoth. Joe Wenderoth is one of those poetic and intellectual heroes of mine. He had a house in East Davis. In fact, it's this house right here where Joe Wenderoth used to live. I've spent more hours in this house than almost any other house that was not my own here in the city of Davis. Brian would sometimes show up to the events there. Joe Wenderoth would host poetry readings in his backyard. He would host poker games. He would gather people together to watch boxing matches, which I didn't really care for, and UFC bouts, which regrettably I did care for, at least back then. And Brian and many other students and I would gather in Joe Wenderoth's home, where he would very kindly host all of us at the Wenderoth home. Joe Wenderoth is retired and moved away. He sold that house to another couple. I wonder if they ever noticed the strange karma in that place. And Brian has gone on to be a successful poet in the Bay Area. I saw some footage, I think it was footage, it might have been photographs, from an event where Brian read with Joshua Clover, a dear friend and a departed colleague of mine at UC Davis. Poet, music critic, essayist, communist. Hello. It is. Sure. Hold on one second. So this is an Osmo Pocket 3.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Isn't it? And right now it's filming you, and then you can see that it has its own little monitor there.
So somebody could really do, like I keep telling him he should do fashion tips.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great thing to start a YouTube channel with.
Yeah, cool.
But if you don't want to buy such a fancy contraption, you can always just start with your phone.
Yeah.
If you were to get a good mic like this one, this comes with, or it doesn't come with. You can buy it separately from the Osmo Pocket 3, but it's a wireless mic that works really well.
Okay, and in Bluetooth?
Yeah, and it talks to your device via Bluetooth.
Okay.
But I think with a phone and a good mic and a tripod, that's really all you need to get started.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for stopping.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye. Isn't Davis a friendly city? I just love that. People are often curious about my son Juki, my constant walking partner. But now she was interested, as you heard, in my Osmo Pocket 3. I'm going to have to make that its own video. So more editing is in store for me. Back to Brian. Brian was an experimental poet. He at first at least had an awkward delivery, but he was such an assiduous poet, and he had a KDVS radio show, and I liked him very much. So, as with a number of the students who I'll be profiling in this series, reader, I hired him. I hired him to work on different book and poetry and web projects. I don't remember the details, but I was happy to hire Brian. At one point, he had the keys to my office. And so I would like go to my office to pick something up, and there was Brian sitting at my desk, hard at work. Brian overcame his awkwardness. He overcame having to take a jazz and literature class with me. And now he's a successful poet in the Bay Area. And I'm so proud of him, and I'm glad to have known him. Anyway, that's my remembrance of Brian. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.